Noon, good evening, good morning. It's evening here at 9:15, and I am absolutely astounded. Let me just say this first, at the number of subscribers, and I think it's I've just looked today, well, this evening, and it's 1,644 subscribers, and so I put my arms and hearts out to you all, even if some of you, or the comments some people have left sort of questionable comments, but they're valid as well, and thank you very much indeed. And for all the comments, I have answered a very few, and I was up until 1:30 last night. Oh, this is not going to do. I've got a long life, still a lot further to live, so I must get my sleep. And got 58,000 views. It's over the last 4 or 5 days, something like that. So I'm absolutely astounded. I'm still honing in on dear President Trump and the wonderful compassion that he has shown in so many cases, but this is particularly so with he's gathered around him on the Texas border in so many of the people that are really helping and know what it's like. Now, I've done already 2, and this is a part 3, and you need to watch the whole thing because I'm going to skip through, and so we're just going to start here. There's a lot else I wanted to share, so I have to make my choices like we all do. Okay, I don't know if I said my name. It's Catania Alvin, and I live in London, about 2.5 miles from the city of London. I think I'm here to put the energy of love and light into it, something like that.
What Marie said is right. More than just the wall. We have to give these incredible people the tools to work with. We're not doing that. Politicians in Washington are saying, oh, they don't know the first thing about, they've never been here. They don't know the first thing about what we're talking about. So we're going to hear from a couple of our landowners, a couple of the folks that live in the area and areas that we're discussing. I think I'd like to start off with our Texas leaders, and they are indeed leaders, and say a few words about what we're here for and what we support and what's going to happen, and we have no choice. And maybe we'll start with John Cornyn, Senator Cornyn.
Okay, you'll notice that I've backtracked a bit so that I can flow in, and so I won't stay with Senator Cornyn the whole time because that's on the previous video.
Say a few words, please.
Well, thank you, Mr. President, for being here and for hearing firsthand from not only the people who suffered at the hands of the crime that occurs as a result of people who don't come here to achieve their American dream, but people who come here to cause death and destruction and human misery. Before you see, maybe we'll have somebody go through some of the things that are in front of us, but I see here, for example, heroin and methamphetamine that's been seized. You see bulk cash, $362,000. When the drugs are sold in the United States, they have to get the cash back across the border to the cartels. And you see the sorts of weapons that are used by the drug cartels and others, and you can imagine the violence that goes along with that. And so when people like Ted and I hear our colleagues in Washington say that this is a manufactured crisis, we kind of wonder what planet they've been living on.
Yes, this is about the 70,000 people that have died of drug overdoses, and he was referring to Ted Cruz. This is Ted Cruz coming up in a minute.
The Valley, one of the things you said a minute ago about the men and women here at Border Patrol and ICE is you referred to them as heroes, and that is exactly right. These are brave, courageous leaders. I've been out on midnight patrol with the agents here in the RGV sector, and they have a difficult job that they do each and every day. They risk their lives. All of us, Mr. Singh, our prayers are with your family, the tragedy you endured. Nobody should have to endure. Ms. Vega, we love you, and Mr. Vega is sitting back here as well. And And this whole community loves the Vega family and has mourned their son's loss alongside them. Illegal immigration produces tragedies every day. Human smuggling, drug smuggling, children being abused, women being sexually abused, opioids that are destroying. Last year, 72,000 people lost their lives to drug overdoses, more than car accidents in this country. And much of those drugs are flooding across this southern border. And so I just want to commend you for standing up and fighting this fight. One thing there's not a lot of in Washington is backbone. And I want to commend you for helping infuse some more backbone in Washington. This is a fight the people of Texas and the American people want the borders secure. They want the federal government to have the backs of the men and women in this room that are risking their lives to keep us safe. And so thank you for highlighting this crisis. When we see politicians go on TV and say the border's secure and there is no crisis, they're ignoring reality. They're ignoring the lives that are jeopardized each and every day. So thank you for leading this fight.
Thank you very much, Ted. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Dan, I'd like to have somebody get up and give us, just for the media, a little definition of exactly what's in front of us, because it looks pretty brutal. This is not a manufactured deal, as you said. This is the real stuff. And this is nothing compared to what they have. This is actually nothing compared to what they have.
Right.
So is somebody going to be able to explain this to us quickly?
Now, do go on to this main one, because they have various people talking about all this stuff in the picture, which is drugs. I'm just going to go on. And this is one of the law enforcement women who is explaining it. And there she is explaining some of the pictures again. Now, this agent is describing various things, and I've skipped quite a bit, so do watch it.
This is terrible. This is just, the American people need to understand, like you stated just now, we know better. We know what the cost is to families, to our families, to our communities, to the country. We're here to serve, and we're here to protect not just ourselves and everybody in the country, but even the people who are being taken advantage of.
It was a great presentation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very important.
Right, I've skipped on a little bit more.
We don't have a barrier, a very substantial barrier of some kind. You're never going to be able to solve this problem. And everybody gets it, whether you're educated in this world or not educated in this world. You don't have to be at all. They all get it. That's why you see Congress now. Democrats in Congress are coming out and say, hey, we don't like this subject. It was just a big article. I won't give your competition the publicity, but there was a big article in a very important media outlet that just came out where a lot of the young Democrats just elected to office are breaking up, and they're saying, hey, wait a minute, our position, meaning the Democrats' position of no barrier, no wall, is indefensible. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen more and more because it's common sense. Mark, would you say something, please? You've done a great job.
Mr. President, I'd like to say that, as you well know, the Department of Defense has fully supported the Department of Homeland Security and Customs and Border Patrol with thousands of service members from multiple components, and we continue to lean forward and want to support in the mission as we look ahead.
And I called on you, and I called on the Department of Defense.
They are all so behind Trump, and Trump is so behind them. It's really wonderful to watch. I mean, I think you Americans must be so ashamed, or most of you, of Schumer and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. And, you know, it really makes me think, what are their connections? Why are they not wanting borders now? Or not borders, but why are they not wanting walls? They wanted them before, according to the previous information or voting and what have you with other presidents. So there's something going on that is much deeper than we see, and I think it's got to do with foreign governments, foreign agents, etc., who have vested interest in destroying America. Okay, God bless you all. Thank you for watching and liking and sharing, and have a wonderful rest of the day. But because you're about the afternoon and I'm into the evening. Okay. God bless.